When you were a kid, did you used to eat when you went to a restaurant and they had the little butter things, did you just eat the butter out of the thing, or is that okay? All right. Welcome back to What the Heck with Matt Bellassai, a podcast about what the heck is going on, what the heck is happening, and all the things that make me say, what the heck? Let's get into it. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling fresh. I don't know why. I don't know what I did differently, especially since I ate like absolute garbage this weekend. Really could not have been worse. Yesterday, pizza, cake. I had several alcoholic beverages of alcoholic nature, and shockingly woke up feeling rather refreshed. Although, no, that's a lie. Because this morning I woke up, I was wearing an eye mask. I woke up, turned my alarm off somehow, and was like, it's so dark. It's so cloudy outside today. It was like somehow in my brain's sort of like half sleep phase, I was seeing the outline of things in my room, but it was fully blacked out in my eyes.
Your sleep mask was still on.
Yeah. But sometimes you wake up and it's like so cloudy or stormy outside that it's like it can't be dark, especially because I have blackout curtains, but sometimes light gets around the blackout curtains. And it's like, how are we preventing that? How are we preventing light from getting around our blackout curtains? People brag about having blackout curtains. What about the light that gets on the outside? What was that thing that Hannah Horvath talks about on Girls? What about all the juice that seeps outside of the condom? Yeah, it catches most of it, but what about all of the stuff that kind of seeps out? We need to be dealing with that, and we need to be dealing with the light that gets around my blackout curtains. Literally, how are people doing? Do you put like
shades and curtains?
Guess what, bitch? I got shades too. Oh. I got blinds and curtains, but they don't fix shit. This building, I'm convinced this building is going to be one of the next buildings that falls down. I do. So there's that building in Manhattan that they were like, everyone needs to get away because it's about to Jenga itself. And they like knew enough ahead of time. Apparently people have been noticing this building falling and crumbling for years. And finally they're like, here it comes. I think it's still staying. I don't think it fell. Yeah. But it's like, it made me feel good that I'm like, okay, a building isn't just going to topple over on its own. Like, people will notice something is amiss. Unless a building just kind of goes boom. I don't know. The point is, I'm feeling good despite all of the shit that I ate. I hate when you are putting something off or don't want to do something and then you do it and it makes you feel better. One of the worst things that can happen to a person is your life improving from something that you didn't want to do. I can't imagine anything worse. And for me, that was finally succumbing. Not finally, because I've used it before. I'm strapping myself in to that fucking sleep mask. We're going CPAP mode, folks. This is the kind of hard-hitting content that you're tuning into this podcast for. Confirmed. Breaking news. We'll put the thing across the bottom. Breaking news. Matt, once again, has decided to use his CPAP machine and is noticing improved results. And it could not be going worse for him. I hate that it actually does make a difference. Because I look like I'm strapped into the alien from Alien. And it's sucking my soul out every night, but it does kind of rejuvenate me. Hate that. Hate when it works. Another thing that was making me feel good this weekend, Doritos. This is maybe shocking. I don't think I've had Doritos as a stoned adult before. Which is what Mr. Dorito made that chip for. I'm pretty sure the commercials for Doritos used to be people fucked up on the couch just inhaling Doritos. That's what they're for. / children who eat them in their lunchbox. That's what's insane. It's insane to me that as a child, I was able to just throw back a lunch that was peanut butter and jelly, mostly sugar, chewy granola bar, chocolate chip granola bar, basically candy, absolutely delicious. Chewy, the one with the oatmeal guy on it. Love that guy. He was putting his whole Quaker pussy into making those bars. And I still eat oatmeal every day. I don't give a fuck. I love that oatmeal man. Okay, chewy granola bar, bag of Cool Ranch Doritos, the superior flavor. People who like nacho cheese, something is wrong with you. No, obviously I like the nacho cheese flavor, but Cool Ranch is superior. You can get nacho cheese anywhere. You're not getting Cool Ranch everywhere. Guess who invented Cool Ranch? Mr. Dorito. So don't come at me. And Mr. Dorito, they're doing stuff without mascot. They don't need some cartoon to tell you to eat Doritos. You're eating them based on the strength of the product alone. String cheese, which I would do the string. Gushers. So we're up to what, 1,000 calories? We haven't even gotten to the entree. These are just the appetizers for my lunch. But yeah, the fact that I was throwing that back at lunchtime and then using my absorbing information into my brain. And I was good at school. I got good grades putting that into my body. Now I eat a single slice of pizza. I'm out of commission for a full week. I do think that was a recent realization for me that, because I used to be like, if I ate junk food, quote unquote, junk food, it would be like, okay, maybe I'll shit myself later. But that was kind of the worst that could happen. And I think only recently was I like, oh, right, if I eat pizza, my whole body will feel bad tomorrow. Like my body and my brain won't work tomorrow. And I kind of forgot about that. I forgot that food makes body and brain work. And because I never had to deal with that before. It's like you're not thinking. It's like I mostly was thinking, if I eat this, will I have to shit my pants later? Like I'm mostly, when I'm ingesting my food, the thought is yummy, yummy, and will I be close to a toilet later? I am so scared of the parasite that makes your asshole blow out. I was literally at Trader Joe's earlier and I talked myself out of getting a salad. I went to the store to get salad and then I was like, I can't be buying salad right now. Are you kidding me? What if it blows my asshole out? And so I got some fruit, but I think fruit is okay. Why do you think I'm eating pizza, Doritos, and cake? There's no parasite in that.
Amen.
Mr. Dorito is not doing parasite. But Trader Joe's salad, you can't be sure. Especially Trader Joe's. You never know with them. It's a real mixed bag with them. Sometimes they got glass in it. Sometimes they got bugs. But we love Joe. No, I ate at a bunch of restaurants this weekend. My one kind of predominant thought regarding restaurants need to be offering appetizers by the each. Okay, I want an individual appetizer option. Don't make me get 3 deviled eggs for 2 people and now we have to decide how to split the third deviled egg in half. No, give me the option to order individual deviled eggs and we can get an even amount amongst us. Why are we doing 3 numbers on an appetizer? So you're forcing a pair of people to have to fight to the death for the third one. And it's always the appetizers that are like the least splittable. And someone always gets fucked over. Like now I have to figure out how to cut an arancini in half. And all of the fried rice comes bursting out. What if one half gets more of the mozzarella cube that's in the middle? And you have us looking like a damn fool at the table. Another thing I don't like, eating at the bar. I know some people do that. No, my back is way too fucked up for that. I'm slouched over like the hunchback of Notre Dame. And I don't like that the bartender just has a front row seat to my entire conversation. My friend who I was eating with alerted the bartender that we were on edibles also. And I was like, okay, so now he's judging us and watching us. Even though I think they actually applauded when we said that. They were like, this is exactly how you should experience this restaurant. So they were impressed with it. It was an amazing meal. The Corner Store, have you heard of it? It's like a trendy new restaurant that my friend got a reservation to. I'm like so not up to date on what the new trendy restaurants are. And so, people are like killing one another over restaurant reservations. The man told us that the wait list every day for this restaurant is 1,200 people long, and that people start lining up for a 5 p.m. service at like 2 p.m. But I gotta say, it was kind of one of the best meals I've had of late. And I love when a restaurant gives you good sized portion, because that's the other thing when you decide everybody's like, oh, we're going to share stuff. And the restaurant says everything's kind of designed to be shared. Oh, is it? Well, you didn't really say that. Oh, it doesn't say it designed to be shared on the menu. You had to alert us when we were considering it. But it's like, I would like, just like when you're ordering something online and you have to scroll down and see what the dimensions are, show me the dimension of the food. I want to know the dimension of the food so I can determine myself how much it's actually going to be splittable. Because your definition of we can split this in half might not be my definition. I felt bad because my friend and I, we took an Uber to the restaurant. We got there right when the restaurant opened and there was a line waiting outside. We had reservations for 5 p.m. We had a senior citizen dinner, which I love, by the way. Eating a full gluttonous meal at 5 p.m. and then being able to like go home, unbutton, and like not do anything for the rest of the night. One of the most beautiful things that you can do as a human being. Because then I have a nice long runway until bedtime for everything to digest. So I'm not putting my head onto the nighttime pillow feeling like a big Jabba the Hutt. Just greasy, disgusting. No, I've had time to digest. I've had time for everything to kind of settle. I know whether I'm going to shit my pants or not because it would have happened by now. But we got there at 5 p.m. We pulled up. The Uber pulled up right at 5 p.m. And I was like, I don't really know if this line is for people waiting like a walk-in line or if it's for reservations. And I sort of stood off to the side and my friend went up and asked, right as the guy like opened the door, she was like, is this line for reservations or is it for like walk-ins? And he was like, it's kind of for both, but do you have a reservation? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, then just come in. And I was like, okay. Because I was like standing towards where the back of the line was and I watched her go in and I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to go join her. And then as I walked up, the guy quickly closed the door and was like, can I help you? I was like, God damn. I didn't realize I was eating at Fort Knox. And I was like, clearly I don't look like I belong here. Clearly I dressed like a fucking slob, but that he was like, absolutely not. I can tell by your shoes that you don't belong here. And guess what? I said, no, my friend. My friend is inside. And he let me in. But yeah, there was a TikTok a long time ago of a woman being like, I was waiting in line for a table and these people walked up to the maitre d' and said like, we have a reservation. And I got pissed off because they're supposed to get into the back of the line. And it is kind of a deep philosophical moral question of like, if you have a reservation at the time, are you getting in line or are you going right up to the desk? I don't know. This is why I need a friend with me who's not a kind of a pussy bitch. Because I am pussy bitch. And I would not have gone up like that. I just felt bad because it was like, we clearly just cut everybody in line. Then we ended up being the first people sat at the restaurant when it opened. And I was like, this feels weird. But also we were at the bar. So I felt less bad when they sat us at the bar. It was like, okay, this is perfectly fine. The other news in terms of how my brain is doing, I've also been, smoking. And the one thing Dare should have warned me about was that one day you're going to get a little too stoned. You're going to go downstairs to get a package that is yours. You're going to take the elevator, back up. You're going to walk down the hallway to your apartment and you're going to open the door and see an apartment that's not yours because you just entered the wrong apartment. That's what Dare should have been warning you about. I opened the door and I was like, oh, it's so bright in here. I don't remember this. It was daytime also. I was like, oh, it's so bright in here. And then I looked up and there was just another dog that wasn't my dog staring back at me. I was like, oh, I literally shouted, sorry. And I shut it. I didn't see a human. I don't even know but that's your fault for leaving your door unlocked. And the worst part is, so I was on the elevator. There were 2 other people on the elevator and then me. We're all going to 3 different floors. Mine was going to be the last stop. And we got to the first stop and both the people got off. And I was thinking that one of those dumbasses just got off on the wrong floor. What a fucking dumbass. But because both had left and my brain was thinking, okay, I'm the last one that's going to get out. The next stop, I was like, this is my stop. And I didn't even look at the floor and I just walked to where my apartment would be. And the door was unlocked. And no, it's not the first time I've done that. The other time, the last time was several years ago, and the door was locked. It was when I was headed to work, and I'd forgotten something and walked back upstairs and tried to put my key in the door, and I just heard this woman start screaming, no, no, no. And I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. She was like screaming in Spanish, but like scared. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. I got the wrong floor. I'm your upstairs neighbor. What else? Love Island also ended this week, so now I have to find something else to do with my days and nights, I guess. I do love watching the people of Love Island have to reintegrate into society. I think we need to track them, like when they when they release like domesticated animals back into the wild. I think they should be tagged, and I think we need to be able to see where they are at all times. Thank God Love Island UK is still going, and we probably still have like a month of that left. It's so interesting because it's so easy to watch Love Island or any dating show and to like judge the fuck out of everybody on it. That's what's there for. It's for casting judgment. But then I'm like, if I were in that situation, the way that I would be insufferable, the way that they would have to put me down like a dog. Because like if someone I was talking to even looked at another person, I would be like, it's over, have fun, don't even invite me to your wedding because I'll ruin it. No, I don't. That's why it's like Grindr is sometimes difficult for me, because Grindr, as opposed to any other, I mean, it's a different kind of app, and I know that. But Grindr shows people like whether you're online or not, and you see whether other people are online or not. And it'll show you like this person was online 11 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. So it's like you always know if someone was online and you're like waiting for a message back from them, you're like, oh, so you just came on to talk to someone else. You came on to be a whore with someone else. It's like my whole pictures meant nothing to you. When I'm watching Love Island, it's so easy for me to be like, calm down. Like, it's about you. Everyone's exploring. Everyone's open. You're not dating this person. You're not exclusive with this person. And it's like, no. If I'm in that situation, I'm going lethal. It's over for everybody. But no, I do have to remind myself that I'm like, it's okay. But also, no, it's not. But also, like, it does still sort of feel like you're stabbing me in the heart. It does really feel like you're like watching an Uber delivery driver bringing you your food, but they're not getting any closer. You check the app and you're like, I see you're on here. Why are you not bringing me my meat? All right, let's get into my what the hecks for the week. All the stuff that's making me say, what the heck? First, Instagram announced and then unannounced a new feature that I guess just lets anybody take any public post and modify it with AI. And everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Take that shit back. And then they took it back because bullying works. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. We need to be bullying tech CEOs way more. And if they turn out like Elon Musk and destroy all of us, then that's sort of the price we pay. But I think we should bully them. I did love when Elon Musk's mom was like, don't make fun of him. He's like kind of special. And everyone's like, we're going to do it harder. And you like, do you not realize the monster that you unleashed into this world? Fuck that lady and her fuck ass son. So they announced this feature that allegedly kind of let anybody who had it on, you could use any of their content and like modify it with AI. And it just like, I can't imagine any use of that would be good. The Instagram CEO, they like rolled it back and they were like, sorry, we missed the mark on that one. But I've been looking into more of like sort of his thoughts, the Instagram guy, on AI. And it sounds, I don't know, sometimes these tech people will say something that I'm like, okay, I think you seem like one of the good ones maybe, and you're okay. But then he'll say something else and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why do these people have the kind of keys to the future and we just have to lay down and let them roll over us? Adam Mosseri, I think his name is, the head of Instagram, he was saying like, you know, I don't think we should ban AI content, but we should, like, if someone wants their feed to be just AI stuff, then like that they should be able to have that if they want. But like also if you don't want that, then you should be able to not have it. I'm like, then give us the option to filter that shit out. Why is there not an option to say, don't show me any of this fucking shit? I don't want to see your bullshit AI. Oh, you and this celebrity at dinner together? Nothing is more humiliating, embarrassing, cringy to me than when someone posts like an AI edit of themselves with like a celebrity. Or just any sort of AI version of yourself in some funny situation. No. Bring back shitty Photoshops. I want to see someone where it's like you can see it was from a completely different image that you tried to cut out and paste it in. That's fun. That tells a story. I hate it so much. I've also seen brands using AI to make like fake ads with people. So I saw a handful of them where they would like Photoshop the like cast of Love Island into their like yogurt shop or something and be like, oh, Caleb is slinging the yogurt scoops today. It's like, that should fully be illegal and they should shut your fucking froyo shop down. That's disgusting to me. The thing that people in support of AI will say is like, it's happening whether you want it or not, so like you might as well adapt to it. Didn't we ban human cloning? I think a number of countries, maybe not fully in the US, I think it's illegal in the US to use federal funds to support human cloning. But it was like, there was a point, but a number of countries around the world like fully ban human cloning and like research into human cloning. We realized as a society when that technology started becoming like a possibility that like, this is fucked up. This is not going to be good for society and humanity. And we should like curtail this. And they did. And now it's like, here we have another technology that is potentially like threatening humanity and that a lot of people fucking hate. And like 5 people in Silicon Valley are just allowed to do whatever they want. Hey, what if I destroy it all? Hey, what if this actually kills all of us? The thing that gives me some hope from this man is that he was saying like he does think that we're going to like AI will sort of proliferate our feeds in a way that like you will prioritize human made content. I was thinking about that in terms of like, because I saw this one guy's face and I was like, this guy is so beautiful. He looks like he's AI. And then I was like, it kind of gave me the ick in a way that I'm like, it's kind of good to be a little weird looking. In this age when like now you can just generate the most beautiful person that you've seen, it's like, yeah, be interesting and be kind of fucked up instead. That's so much better than like whatever AI perfection you could create. Fuck that pretty guy.
Uggos rise.
Yeah, I know. I'm basically just using a bunch of other words besides ugly. But everyone is beautiful in their own way, including me. Next! I kind of saved reading this whole story until we started recording, but there is this infamous killer elephant in Nepal who has struck again. Okay, this elephant has apparently been on like a 14-year rampage against one family in particular. This elephant has killed 14 years over the course of 14 years, 4 people from the same family.
Oh my God.
It is a tragedy, but also it's the New York Post headline is infamous killer elephant. Infamous killer elephant stalks family and murders 4 members 14 years apart. Quote, nowhere left for us to run.
Oh my God.
This family is living out. I think it might have been the elephant that like, wasn't there an elephant that like crashed this woman's funeral?
Yeah. Is this the same elephant?
It might be the same elephant.
God damn.
A notorious rogue Nepalese elephant has stalked these people for years, killing 4 of his family members 14 years apart, including 2 even after they all moved miles away trying to escape him. This is not funny. It's not funny. The infamous killer elephant whose death toll is now up to 25? Oh my God. They'll put a dog down if it bites like one person.
Right.
And I love that they're like, what are we going to do? It's just a killer elephant. We need to bring back those like 90s style movies that was just about like at a certain point in cinematic history, they just made a movie every 2 months about a different killer animal. It was like killer snake, killer bees, killer bats, killer
Rats.
killer spiders,
Shark.
killer sharks famously. So apparently they tried to kill him. They sent like a small army to try to track down this elephant and kill him, and he still got away. You got to respect it. You got to respect it. And I think that finally they were just like, no, we'll let him be and we'll move away. And they moved miles away. And then the elephant tracked them down and killed more people. Yeah, according to Vice, 93 soldiers set out to kill him after the 2012 attack and shot him twice, but he still made a getaway. I'm so sorry to this family, but like, what did you do? I've been reading too much Greek mythology to not feel like this is some type of like heavenly omen. One of my favorite parts of the Odyssey is when Odysseus gets like blown back to this like one guy helps him out and he fucks up and gets blown back to this guy's island and he's like, hey, I'm back. And the guy is like, get the fuck out of here. Like clearly the gods hate you. If you keep showing up, this means that like they don't fuck with you and I'm not going to fuck with you and find out. And I love that. I love that he's like, you're fucking cursed. I tried helping you once. And I think that we should be telling more people that. Your friends who fuck up twice, it's like, I gave you one shot. You fuck up twice. Now it's kind of like clearly something in the universe is not kind of fucking with your energy. And so I'm going to excuse myself. Anyway, shout out to this elephant. I feel like... No, I shouldn't glorify the killer elephant, but as someone who will famously hold a grudge, this elephant is sort of doing it for me. In other animal attack news, did you guys see the video of the buffalo rocking that one guy's shit at Yellowstone? This guy in Yellowstone, they were looking at like a big old bison or big old buffalo. Bison is a type of buffalo, I think. I spelled buffalo. That was the word that I spelled correctly that got me into the spelling bee in the 4th grade. And then guess what word I spelled wrong? Squirrel. No. SQUIRRELL. Oof. Tough. Nothing is worse because like when you're a kid in the spelling bee, like you watch the spelling bee with the smart kids on TV and they're spelling words that none of us have even heard before. Aerodosiclitis or whatever. But as a kid, you're spelling words that all of the parents in the audience also know how to spell. And so when you spell it wrong, you just kind of hear the kind of ooh in the crowd. It's pretty devastating. It has stuck with me for 30 years. But anyway, yeah, this couple was taking pictures of a bison in Yellowstone, and then it started chasing him, chasing the guy kind of Looney Tunes style, and they were chasing him around a tree. There was a vehicle right there, by the way. I don't know why that guy didn't hide behind the truck. Not to victim blame, but like if I were in the vicinity of an SUV, I would hide behind it if a bison were chasing me. That's just my advice, but what do I know? Never even seen a bison. But yeah, it kind of chased him Looney Tunes style and then hit him and he went flying in the air. I just watched the video. Let me pull it up. It's so scary. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. Is he okay? Can we get an update on that guy's sort of medical status?
He was hospitalized. As of this time, I think that's kind of all we know.
Okay.
He might recover, but it's going to be a long recovery.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry for laughing at your pain along with the rest of the internet, but unfortunately, you did kind of go up into the air in a very funny way. The other thing I would like to know before I laugh more is, were they like too close? Did it come out of nowhere? Because that is the thing, and this is not the first story like this that I've seen, is like there are a number of people, and I think the number of bison attacks has like gone up because all of these people keep getting so close to these animals. Wild animals, by the way. One of the most wild animals, even. And they get so close to them to try to take pictures and stuff, and then they get their shit rocked.
Oh, it's also peak breeding season.
Yeah, it's peak mating season.
Oh, it's peak bison fucking season.
Yeah.
So you go near there, they smell your pheromones, they say, yeah, get out of here. This is why I can't go anywhere near a bison, because they would smell this sort of raw masculinity coming off of me and would view me as a threat to their beautiful cows. But yeah, it's like, don't go near that. That's not for us. That's why I don't fuck with Yellowstone. What do you mean there's just a hole that spews out an angry stream of water and we just say, oh, look at this fun. No, one day it's going to explode and kill half of the United States. And it's like overdue by 1,000 years or whatever. It's kind of one of the reasons that I will never live in LA is like I'm so afraid of earthquakes and how they just don't prepare you for it. They don't tell you when you arrive. I went through years of tornado training. Okay, we were in that hallway, face down, ass up. And you land in LA, they should give you a pamphlet at least saying like, here's what'll happen if you're here. I've just kind of accepted that if I'm in LA, when even a minor earthquake happens, I have to take my own life. I refuse to live in a world in which I have to experience an earthquake because I don't know I literally don't know what I would do. Anyway, next. There was also more cake drama on the internet in a way that I do not give a shit about. Sometimes you open up an app and people will be yelling and screaming about something and you're like, you know what? I don't think I could be bothered with this one. I'm going to sit out this discourse cycle. Oh, you're mad at because some lady complained about her birthday cake that was peach instead of light pink? And people are like issuing death threats to one another over it? The way that battle lines get drawn like this over TikTok drama is fascinating. We need to study this phenomenon. I mean, I think people are studying it because it's basically what's tearing our country apart. It's like everything is just geared towards making you mad now. And so it's like, why am I pissed off about a birthday cake for a person I do not know, made by a cake decorator that I do not know, based on a shade of pink that could not be less interesting to me. And yet I'm vibrating because of it, because now I've read, like a lawyer, I've read both sides during my discovery phase. Anyway, now I think it's time for a voicemail from the What the Heck hotline. The What the Heck hotline, of course, the number that any of you can call to leave your What the Heck of the week. 407 WTH Matt. Let's hear this week's caller.
Hello, Matt and Barry. This is Maggie, and I have a what the heck. I'm driving in a 2021 Subaru Outback, and this fucking car always thinks it knows how to drive better than I do.
Okay.
It's beeping. I've even remotely drift towards a line, any line on the road, and it goes, it sees a car 100 feet ahead of me stopping, and it slams on the fucking brakes. I almost caused a freaking collision right here on the highway because of this fucking car. Anyways, sorry about that. Hope you're having a great day. Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
I don't know if I can support calling the What the Heck hotline in the midst of road rage. But I like where your heart's at. Can you not turn those features off, or you're just kind of a victim to your car's brain?
To a certain degree, you can turn them off, but not like all the way, depending on the model.
Sometimes those things are in place for a reason, though. And I know you may be a good driver, but like some people need the help, including me, including me sometimes. I did a few years ago. I don't have my own car. I've never had my own car, but I do drive, especially when I'm home in Chicago. I'll drive my like dad's car around, and I had a podcast recording that was in like the city of Chicago, and I had to go to this studio that had a parking garage, and I went to park next to a very large parking garage pole. Parking garages, by the way, you're asking me to make a like 170 degree angled turn. Are you kidding me? It's like the same way that theater seats were built for people that are like, you know, maximum 100 pounds, because that's all that people weighed back in the day when they built a theater. That's how I feel about parking garages. Parking garages are not designed for these fat ass cars. But my dad just had a sedan. It still does. Same car. Anyway, I was pulling into a parking spot, and it would have been nice if it went ding, 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 ding. Because I did, in fact, scrape the side of the vehicle on the parking pole. And it started making a crunching noise. It started making a crunching noise. And you know when your car makes a crunching noise and you're like, do I keep going or do I back up? Will it make it worse if I keep going, or will it actually get me out of this situation if I keep going? Even saying it out loud now, I'm like, that logic doesn't make sense. But I did, in fact, keep going, and I just kept hearing. And then I remember getting into the podcast recording. I was like, yeah, I just kind of scraped a pole. And I pulled out a picture of it and showed everybody. And they were like, oh, my God, are you okay? Like his car got fucked up.
Oh, the entire side of the car. No.
I'll put a picture of it in the video in the YouTube. But yeah, I fucked up the car so bad. I still think that was the pole's fault and not my fault. It's like, why is this giant pole here? But I'm telling you, in that situation, it might have been nice to have a car that kind of went beep, 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 beep. And I do think my dad's car does that, but it was just like I was a little too close. It didn't even register. It all happened so fast. But yeah, I had to drive all the way back home, and I was like, I was in a minor fender bender with an inanimate object. But yeah, I sympathize with your car making beeps at you. I will say, as occasionally, whenever I rent a car to drive like long distances, driving on the highway with a car like that is really nice, because it's like you kind of can check out a little bit. You kind of can check out, and it's like it'll kind of start slowing down for you, and like, you know, sometimes you want to fall asleep. And it's nice to have a car that will make sure you don't do that, or at least don't die if and when it happens. Next, why are we dipping cones of ice cream in pure melted butter? Are you seeing this? Did I see one video and it pissed me off so much and I didn't look into it any further? Possibly. But I think it's kind of a state fair style food where they dip a cone of ice cream into a whole thing of melted butter. It is perhaps a less refined version of people who put olive oil and salt on their vanilla ice cream, which I think is disgusting sicko barfo. Why are we putting olive oil on ice cream? That's not where that goes. Ice cream is already delicious and pure. Dua Lipa, who normally I respect because of her hot husband and everything else that she does, she was kind of a loud proponent of putting olive oil on ice cream. And I'm like, Dua? No. Let's rethink that one because I'm not a fan. Maybe it was just like a novelty one-time thing
It's a thing.
No, yeah, it's a trend. We confirmed on the internet.
Butter dipped ice cream. Yeah, it's so gross. You're looking at a guy who has put some pretty horrific things in and around his mouth. Okay. Not to mention that if you were to describe to a stoned person like an ideal food, a butter dipped ice cream cone sounds like it would be something appealing, but here's the thing. No, it doesn't. It doesn't even sound appealing to a stoned person. I am someone who, you get a couple hits of weed in me, I'll eat almost anything that you put in front of me. But even the sound of a butter dipped ice cream cone to my stoned brain sounds like an assault. When you were a kid, did you used to eat when you went to a restaurant and they had the little butter things, did you just eat the butter out of the thing? Or is that, okay, all right. I don't think I did either. But I do have a memory, and nobody else remembers this in my family, of my aunt feeding a packet of butter to my cousin. And everybody is like, that never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, I seen it.
I used to drink the little half and half cups.
Yeah. But I feel like I remember my cousin getting fed just the butter pack, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And she's a lesbian now, so you never know kind of what that did to her neurologically. What if being gay is a choice, but it's just based on how much butter you had as a child? Who's to say? My last thing, and maybe this is just me, sometimes I feel like Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality when it's like, what's the one thing that you would change in the world? And she's like, harsher penalties for parole violators. Sometimes I feel like that when I'm complaining about stuff. I'm like, I know you just want me to say world peace. But one very specific food internet thing that pisses me the fuck off is when people post these videos that are supposed to make you go, ooh, that looks so yummy. And it's just clearly a goopy, underbaked food item. People are cutting into these cinnamon rolls and it's supposed to be some type of enticing video like, ooh, look at this delicious, gooey cinnamon roll. That's not gooey because you added yummy goo to it. It's gooey because it's not baked. It's raw. How many times did Gordon Ramsay have to fucking yell at people for you to get it into your head that shit is raw? I know some people like raw cookie dough, but they'll be like, ooh, look at this yummy cookie dough. Or like, look at this yummy gooey cookie. It's raw. It's a raw cookie. It's one thing to be like, oh, I like soft, warm cookies. It's another thing to be like that you're eating dough. You're eating uncooked dough. A cookie is maybe the one thing that I can be like, I can see how that might be, enticing. A gooey cinnamon roll that is just like underbaked dough, underbaked bread dough. If it's turning to mush in my mouth, you've done something wrong. And I get so pissed. I need to create a separate account just for yelling at people about the undercooked food that they're putting on my feed. I'll be in your Instagram videos, but you're posting pictures of your delicious cinnamon roll. Raw looks gross. Raw, kill yourself. Raw, end it all. That's disgusting. And I don't care if you like it, you're wrong. I think that's it. I think I can move into my what the hey for the week, which is the thing that's making me happy this week. This one is weird. But I saw a tweet that delighted me so much and that sent me down a rabbit hole about a gentleman by the name of Benjamin Lay. It was just a tweet that was like, does everybody know about this guy? He is a little person. He's a 4 foot tall person from the 1600s who is like this white English guy who kidnapped slave owners' children to be like, how do you like it? He's kind of like a literal folk hero. He sounds like someone made him up, but he was like a famous abolitionist from the 1600s who was so passionate, and he was 4 feet tall, and he would do all of these crazy tricks to try to be like, you're all terrible people if you own slaves. And one of which was kidnapping like a white child. I don't know how this 4 foot tall man just managed to sneak away with a child, but he kidnapped a white child to kind of prove to the slave owners how it feels to have your child ripped away. So love that for him. Another thing, the most iconic thing that he did, let me find the thing. In 1738, he attended a Philadelphia yearly meeting of Quakers in New Jersey, dressed as a soldier. He went on this kind of diatribe against slavery, and then he plunged a sword into a Bible that had the bladder, like an animal bladder full of blood red juice. And it like burst open in this meeting. So he stabbed a Bible, blood red juice comes pouring out. And he was saying, this is like the blood of the people who enslave people. So he was using guerrilla tactics to get people on board. And I think we can thank him. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. No, Benjamin Lay. 4 foot tall Benjamin Lay was stabbing the Bible and having it burst with blood. He was doing that shit hundreds of years earlier, and we love that for him.
For that, we say, what the heck?
And for that, I do say, what the hey. And that's it for this week's episode. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a review, only if it's nice. I don't want to hear your shit. Give us a nice rating. Leave a nice comment. Make sure you watch and engage with the stuff we're putting on Instagram and TikTok. And that's it. I'll see you next week. Bye. This has been an episode of What the Heck with Matt Bellassai. You can call and leave us a voicemail about what's making you say what the heck this week, and you might be featured on a future episode. Call us at 407-984-6288. That's 407-WTH-MATT. What the Heck with Matt Bellassai is produced by Same Boat Studios and Bellassai Productions. It's hosted by me, Matt Bellassai. Our executive producers are Gabrielle Lewis, Barry Finkel, and me, Matt Bellassai. Erica Glass is our senior producer. Our video editors are Matt Bellassai and Erica Glass. Production designed by Erica Glass, Matt Bellassai, and Barry Finkel. Our theme music is courtesy of epidemicsound.com. Special thanks to Truffles Bellassai.